Hello again, friends. We're back again with the MPC sample, and today we're going to revisit the 16 levels feature. Making a long story short, the 16 levels feature converts your MPC sample into an isometric keyboard, for lack of a better description. Before we get started, if you guys happen to like my content, feel free to like and subscribe. Now, let's jump in. In one of my more recent videos, I recorded myself playing the violin and I sampled myself. So essentially all I've done this time around is isolate a single note from my play. I'm going to tap 16 levels, and then all of a sudden we have this. Now, granted, there are three types of 16 levels. You have velocity, filter, and tune. For right now, we're going to stick with tune. The MPC sample does not lay out these notes in a random fashion. Each note is chromatic. In other words, they're a semitone apart. Now, because they're semitone apart, I happen to know that this could very well represent a root note. A step after, we get the second scale degree. A step after that, we get the third, and then a half step up, we get the fourth. A whole step, we get the fifth, and let's see, another whole step, 6, whole step, and then finally a half step, 7. Now, this is the layout of what's called a major scale or an Ionian scale. Okay, let's bear that in mind. From here, we can record an Ionian arpeggio, essentially a series of notes in rapid succession to one another, all in the same key. In this case, we're just going to go with the diatonic major scale. Okay, so how do we do this? Well, I'm already in sample mode, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into sequence mode, make sure I have a blank sequence set up, ready to go. Go into sequence record mode, return to 16 levels, and let's see. So essentially what I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of auditioning rhythms, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to slow this BPM down. Now let's just say about 86. And let's see, we're going to go back to 16 levels. All right, so we have like a little bit of a melody going. Let's start the recording. Let's see what happens. All right, let's stop that. And from there, we can alter our BPM. Okay. All right, now let's go back into sample mode. And then from here, what we can do is we can hold shift and then tap resample, select a pad. And so now we have a brand new melody, not the most pleasant sounding melody, and it sounds kind of like a mosquito in my in my opinion, but we have a melody nonetheless. And then from there, what we can do is we can select the part of the melody that we want to. And then you can take that and pretty much do what you will. Let's normalize that. Again, not the best example, but now you have a brand new melody that you can work into your arrangement, for lack of a better description. And just in case you're working on an arrangement and it feels incomplete, well, I would say find one of your samples, find one of your melodic samples, take a single note, create a melody, a rather interesting melody, and you can just inject it into areas where the arrangement feels a little void or empty. And for the most part, that's pretty much it. All right, friends, tune in next time. I'm going to talk about other scale types. Today we went over the Ionian scale. I figured next time we can talk about our minor scales or our Aeolian scales, maybe even Phrygian, Dorian. This is where the melodic structures get a little bit more interesting, but we'll talk about that a little bit more later. I'm hoping that you guys found this useful. If you guys happen to have any questions about anything that happened here, please feel free to leave those questions in the comments and I'll be sure to get back with you. Thanks.